Go to your knees and feel. There's a chance that we know it's a long shot, and the city's out of time. Off and out if your heart stops beating, 'cause you're the only one that can save.
Good evening. Welcome back to, well, a stream I promised not to do. And here we are. Um, I was like, so Vessel of Hatred is coming out. I will not stream that. I will not do anything for it. I don't even know if I'm buying it, to be honest. Uh, mm, Here we are. Worked fantastically. Man, I'm such a pushover. The thing is, I'm look, here's the thing. I'm a pushover to myself. That's the worst part. I'm my worst enemy when it comes to win myself over to do something I shouldn't do, right? Like, ugh. So I'm I'm my biggest pushover. I'm my biggest bully. And yeah. So here we are. Um checking out the expansion. Funny enough, since the Spiritborn, I have not taken any information in. I know nothing. I don't know how this works. There's also a new season starting at the same time, which is the weirdest shit ever. Which I kind of understand for the people who don't have the expansion. There will probably be a lot, and I still have to offer the seasons. I'm actually kind of curious to see how they do that. Like that will basically, by the way, be the biggest problem at some point when there is a new season and the season will be available for everyone. What are you doing at some point if you try to kind of um get everyone on board, but you also want to do maybe new things which are only possible to the expansion? Will they actually like log up a part of the new season mechanics at some point? Not now, but in the future. So I'm like, I don't know. Not my problem in the end. That's Blizzard's problem, but still something to think about. Um, Before anybody is asking, we are still half an hour out. Don't panic. Um, Actually, I'm at the launcher, as you can see. We are still 1.52. I downloaded. It's 1 a.m. in the morning for me. Please don't hold that against me. My whole day has been shit. But yeah, I already downloaded the pre-release content, right? So we are good. We just have to wait for Blizzard to flip the switch, and then we will be able to do something. Yeah. So I keep it posted when that is happening. But the day has been shit. Like from the beginning to the end. It, I think this was one of my most awful days in a long while when it comes to work. Today, so much things just went wrong on so many levels with so many things. I I actually took a nap. Like I took a 1.5 hour nap earlier, not to play this. When I actually took the nap, I wasn't even planning for playing this. I woke up and I still felt shit. I still felt like, man, this is just mentally, ugh. I think I will just buy something. I think I will just buy something. I will do something for myself. Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred. I will not do any content for it, really. I will do some shorts. Shorts are good. Um, there will probably be some good reaction moments. Um, but that's just for me, man. I needed something for me. Like again, there was definitely one of those days where I cursed to be a content creator. Like there were multiple things which were just hitting a wall, and I was like, oh come on, man. Not like the good news is that everything was fixable, right? I I hate it if things are non-fixable and they're just how they are. The good news is they were fixable, all of them, but it still took a toll on me, and just in general, like, ugh, wasn't good. Wasn't good. Anything else? Oh yeah. So confusion. That was one of the things. Um, time zones. This dude can't do time zones sometimes. I don't know why. Like 99% of the time, I am pretty solid with time zones, right? Like I know the time zones from the top of my head and all that. But then there are moments where companies are using UTC and I'm completely not on UTC mode. Like I don't know UTC. So every time I see a company posting like, yeah, this is happening at this and this time in UTC -7. And I'm like, I miss that. And something in my brain doesn't work when that comes up. So yeah, no Infinity Nikki today. I was hell bent that the time I was seeing was 7 p.m. my time for Infinity Nikki. It's not. It's 9 hours apart. It's 9 hours apart. And so Infinity Nikki Beta is starting at 4 a.m. in the morning and some other stuff. And I was just, oh, fudge. Again, completely on my end, completely my mistake, and should have double checked and all that. But yeah, uh, just yeah, not a was a day. It was a day for sure. Um, why am I streaming this? I don't know. I'm not even sure if anyone is watching or will watch. I don't expect it. It's not my time. Like my whole community is completely a morning community, and well, technically it is morning where I'm at, or afternoon in Europe and morning in the US, and that's my time slot. So streaming right now, and also knowing YouTube streaming, how ass it is, um, happens. Oh, by the way, speaking about YouTube, oh my god, YouTube. Speaking about YouTube has forgotten about live streaming and is only focusing on shorts now. They announced a new feature, right? And this was something which has been requested by the community for years. It took them literally years to finally put it in. Is they're now allowing shorts longer than a minute up to 3 minutes. And I'm like, look, I don't want to use the 3 minutes. I don't want to use the 3 minutes. I don't. 3 minutes is close to actually just doing a long format video. Um, but the thing with shorts and the 1 minute cutoff time, only YouTube has that. Only YouTube. And it's as I had quite a bit of shorts which are prepared, and they were 1 minute and 3 seconds, 1 minute and 1 second. And YouTube was like, nah, bro, get lost. I don't take that. It's like, what? It's 1 second. Yeah, even if you're 1 millisecond over, get bent. Okay, YouTube. If you say so, it's your platform. I like there was a video I made recently, which was also like 1 minute and 7 seconds or something. And I was like, great, now I have to cut 7 seconds out. And that's quite a bit. That's over 10% of the video I have to cut. Oh my gosh. So, oh, excuse me. This is not my quality stream, by the way. I'm not trying to be like I'm in I don't give a shit mode. Like this is my I'm close going to bed mode, and I'm just taking it, you know. I'm not even expecting that I'm playing something here today. I don't even know why I'm doing that. But yeah, so that's a good thing for shorts. It would definitely make things much easier, and I don't have to look exactly at the millisecond anymore. Especially for reaction videos. Especially for reaction videos. But I have to see, like, the reality is, if I'm doing reaction videos, I would definitely keep them as shorts. But if I'm looking at like my Space Marine 2 videos, 2 minutes and 30 minutes, I think, 30 seconds, and the reality is the amount of money you were getting from shorts, such a joke, such a joke. Like, basically for 1,000 views, you get like, here is 7 cents. I was like, huh, 7 cents? Who? What? Okay. Like, just, eh. Shorts are like, you're not making money for shorts, which is not my goal. I'm making shorts to get attention to the channels because the algorithm is more open. And I have been failing on shorts for the last, since I was sick. I was in the rhythm of doing shorts, and then I fell off because I didn't have the material for it, and I have to find material for it again. Because it was also extra work, because sometimes I had to cut something specifically for YouTube. Like, I had multiple shorts actually, which were different for YouTube and for TikTok. It's bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre because of the time difference and content creation nonsense. So, yeah, I know nothing. I didn't even watch the live cinematic trailer and the gameplay release trailer. I'm like, look, it's Diablo. I know what to expect from Diablo. It's the expansion. I have to know nothing about it because I want to see the expansion. Um, I don't know again how this works. So I want to create a Spiritborn. And normally that wouldn't be a problem because you just say skip the campaign and jump directly into the whole shebang, right? I hope there's just a check mark for start me at the expansion or something like that. Like, I'm really curious how this works because I definitely want to play through the campaign. Maybe, maybe I have to use my Barb, um, and we are running through the campaign with the Barb, who's already like level 100, and then we are doing a Spiritborn season thing. I will see. Again, I know nothing about it. I'm pretty sure they will have thought about it. Another game. Oh god, so Silent Hill came out. That is apparently fantastic. We would definitely do a Silent Hill playthrough at some point. Maybe I'm the closer we are getting to the end of October and spooky season, I might look for a weekend where we can just jump into. Then, of course, we still have the Alan Wake DLC coming up at some point in October. I still don't know when. Also, very important, but I'm pretty sure this is just me playing, is Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero. It's basically Budokai, the new series. Oh no. No, 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 no. What? No. 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 Don't do this. There has been a delay. Blizzard. Blizzard. How long how long have you been doing this? Like, come on, man. Like, this company has been doing releases for decades, and ah, hey, Scarlett, I am good. Well, not so good because uh but apparently there is a delay in the Vessel of Hatred release. Are you serious? God darn it, Blizzard. I don't. Ugh. How's the stream going so far? Well, I just started. I was pretty a-okay till Blizzard just said, you know what? Screw you. See, I should have just done what I have been doing for years when it comes to Blizzard releases. Just not bother till next day. But I was like, you know what? I earned this. I had a shitty day today. I needed a distraction. Let's go. Here we are. Blizzard delaying shit. Of course. It adds up. It adds up to my horrific day. Ah! Why was I expecting that? No, thank you. I'm not interested. The good old, how are you doing? What games do you like? And now, please let me show you my art. But thank you, no. You know what you know what YouTube should do? I know the person probably already moved on. Um, but I want to say it regardless. YouTube should add like a little not category, but like something you could see in a live stream or even under a video where the creator could just put a I need art, I'm looking for art, or something like that. Like a small thing, and only artists will see that tag, and they can then reach out to the person. And when the person doesn't have that tag, that means they're not looking for art. That would be a great tool. Like it's always such an awkward moment for the person in the videos and the stream, and of course the artist, which is going around and has to ring some doors and be like, do you need art? Do you need art? Do you need art? Do you need art? It's such a it's such an awkward thing for both parties, and just make it easier. Like the reality is, it's the same on Twitter. It's the same on Twitter, right? Um, like you could just put a tag there, and because I see people starting to follow me on Twitter, I see that they are an artist, and on the buzzer, a day later, I'm getting a DM with, "Do you need art?" It's a lot of work for artists. It's just they should do something about it, like to make it easier for both sides and make it less awkward. But hey, what do I know, right? What do I know? I'm not a platform owner, so. But that would be nice. Then again, there are platforms specifically for artists. But yeah, no, I don't need art. I have my artist. I have the same artist for nearly 8 years. And I'm happy with that. But thank you. Like I'm never mad of people like asking or anything. It's just every time a person asks me, I feel like, and now I have to break your heart. That sucks. But anything else? Well, I keep an eye out how long this is go if this is going for multiple hours. If this is going for multiple hours, uh, then I would just jump out. Like I would not stay here for long. Like if this takes longer than 30 minutes or something, I'm just peace out, Blizzard. Just the usual. I don't have the capacity, you know. But we can talk a little bit about gaming news in the meantime. How about that? I mean, we have some gaming news, so let's go. Let's start with something positive. Well, uh, the game itself is less positive, but the announcement is positive. Alien Isolation, which is now 10 years old, just got announced, is getting a sequel. Yes. Apparently, the same people who worked on Alien Isolation are back, and they're working on the new one. And this is an early development, though, so don't expect anything on this game for the next 3 years. Um, we'll see how it goes. But again, like I will be honest that it actually took 10 years to get a sequel to Alien Isolation was insane. Not only was it highly rated, it took a little bit. It took a little bit because it came also out on a time where everyone was like, "Hmm, Alien? Oh, that franchise. Well, that exists." Right. It definitely came out at a time where Alien was a little bit off the radars for a lot of people. It was still a cult classic, of course, but a lot of people, like, we didn't got any Alien stuff for years. And yeah, I'm just glad that it's now back. So good for them. Good for them. And it's kind of crazy to me. The AI in Alien Isolation is still considered to be one of the best AIs in the video game industry. Like, what that thing does and how it sometimes plays and toys with the player and is still not cheating, but knows to use the surroundings, knows to use like how to not always also attack. Like it's such a like I have seen people doing essays on the AI and Alien Isolation because it is so good, right? I'm hoping they can do the same thing in the second one. What else do we have? Oh, oh, this is a big one. Yeah, if you have missed it, over the weekend, basically Ubisoft is looking for a new sugar daddy. Yep. And the new sugar daddy, Diddy? No, we are not going there. Daddy is apparently Tencent. Mm-hmm. Ubisoft seeks a buyout. seeks a buyout, and there might be Tencent, and they might go private after that. They will not change the problems Ubisoft has as long as the Gilmore family is owning everything and are just behaving like pricks. Like, let's be honest here. I have not worked at the company ever. I never had the pleasure to meet any of them. But from what you hear, from what you see, how they react in interviews and how they sometimes react even to shareholders, it's this completely disconnected executives who are also really rich. And they're just like, yeah, well, we just know better. I was like, no, Eves, the numbers don't lie, they don't add up, and it clearly shows in the numbers you are failing. Like, the reality is, people will point out why Ubisoft is making money. Oh, yeah, Ubisoft is making money from microtransactions, from older games. Basically, they have a few games which, thanks to microtransactions, keep this shit ship afloat. Without permanent microtransactions and let's say Rainbow Six Siege and some other games, like you look at the numbers of Ubisoft and you just go, whoa. I remember this company saying that they have to diversify and that they have to like find something else than selling just video games because it's a risky business. And now it's like 85% of the money Ubisoft is making is through microtransactions. And you are like, oh boy, that's a very dangerous dead end you're moving into. So again, like yeah, like I don't think anything will change. The problem is not bugs. The problem is not smaller gameplay issues. The problem is that, and this is what I've been saying for years, they have industrialized game development. Like they basically completely cut out the artist and how people try to express themselves through game development and replaced it to conveyor belt production. Like the games at Ubisoft are just being clobbered together. Like part A must fit into part B, and those parts always must there. The chassis must always been there. The wheels always must be there, even though it makes no sense in this game whatsoever. And basically, Ubisoft learned to manufacture a car for video games. And the thing with a car is, a car has a purpose, and that purpose is to get you from A to B. How the car does that, how the car looks, how like all the stuff in the car looks and all that. Like for you as a consumer, you barely care, right? And that's what car manufacturers change around because that's the only thing they can really change because a car always has to be the same. The problem here is that video games are not cars. They are there to produce joy, have fun with it, and have artists express themselves, right? And Ubisoft has basically cut that out and only focuses on the car part. This is why most Ubisoft games at this point are always open world, always RPG mechanics built into an item shop, always gameplay mechanics which are there to get you back into the game on a daily basis. but not for the fun, but because if you don't do them, you're missing out on stuff. This is why the RPG mechanics are there. The RPG mechanics are there because they are the easiest way to manipulate the game in the way of making you feel you're missing out. Because you need bigger numbers. Numbers have to go up. So you need the better sword. You need the better gun. But if you are not coming back every day to farm those items, to farm those things you really need, well, with the next content update, you are falling behind. And it starts to feel like work. This is one of the big problems I have with gacha games. And those little gacha mechanics sneak into other games. I'm playing Throne and Liberty with some of my buddies right now. And one of my buddies is already pretty much annoyed by it because it has so many gacha game mechanics you were only used to when you were playing gacha games, and they make no sense in this type of game. But they are there because they are there to basically influence you in come back every day, do your dailies, do your dungeons, do work. And again, Ubisoft has the same problem. So even if they're getting bought out by Tencent, it will still be Ubisoft. So we will see what changes. We will see what changes. Yes, yes, yes. What else? Oh yeah, some people have been complaining about Silent Hill 2 being $70. Yeah, I can see it, but also debatable. Like we talked about this before, right? How as long as enough people are still supporting it, they may basically making more money from the amount of people they would lose. Yeah. Sure. How many people are playing Silent Hill 2 right now? Let me see. How many people are in game? Silent Hill 2. Oh, it's not out yet, right? So it's not. Yeah, it's not in the. Let me see. Let me go to my good friend SteamDB. Let me have a look. 10,000 people. Wow, that's good. What was the highest peak they ever had? 12,000 people. 12,000 people are concurrently online. That's, let's say, 10% of the people who bought it. So $80 for early access, 80 euros. If you have 100,000 people who already paid 80 euros, easily made 5 mil. Easily. I know. It's like, and that's only Steam. Leaving alone PlayStation, leaving alone. I think it's only on PlayStation. I don't think it's on Xbox. Like, yeah. Yeah. I mean, as long as gamers are supporting it, there's no reason not to do it. Fortunately, I hate it. I think it's a shitty thing, and they are literally solidifying a two-tier system for gamers now, like a two-tier society basically for gaming. And that was always one of the things I enjoyed in gaming, that everyone was on the same level. The only difference was a multiplayer was skill, And in single player, well, that didn't matter. And it's even shittier for content creators, right? Because for content creators, like, I will be honest, Civilization 7 will be a big part of my channel. I will hate that I have to get the $90 version of the game if I'm not getting a key, which I don't expect because still too small to be recognized by 2K, I think. And I have to get the $90 version because that's 5 days of early access. I cannot wait 5 days, like, to jump into a game, especially not Civ. Like, if I have learned one thing with our history untold, having that 1 week access before everyone else had was a major boon. So waiting 4 days, 5 days, if you're a content creator, nah. If you want to jump into something, nah, that's impossible. Oh, this is an interesting, like, Space Marine 2 and Saber Interactive has been such a weird success for you. For me, like, the problem I have with Saber is basically their history and what type of company they are and so on and so forth. I have a little bit of a concern, but nonetheless, they made a statement just a few days ago, and they said, we don't need to sell 4 million units to make Space Marine 2 a success. There are many games, sadly, especially out of North America developers, where if you do not sell 5 million copies, you are a failure. I mean, what business are we in where you fail if you sell less than 5 million units? And first of all, that person is absolutely right. Who said this? This was. Who was this? Oh, yeah, this was the Chief Creative Officer, Tim Willits. Again, on one hand, I agree. That is, I mean, we have seen it with Square Enix so often, I stopped counting. This whole, yeah, well, we sold less than expectations. And it's like, huh? Like, I will never forget when they announced the first Tomb Raider reboot, and they were like, oh yeah, so we sold 3 million copies of a game most people didn't heard about, an IP which was dead thanks to us, and below expectation, I guess. I was like, ah, what? Again, Tomb Raider at this point was dead. Nobody cared for the IP anymore. Word of mouth wasn't really strong. You still managed to sell 3 million copies. And that was below expectations? What expectations did you had? Right, so I totally see what the Saber Interactive person is saying, but I also have to admit that coming from Saber is like, yeah, do you know why you can do that, Saber? You are hiding, like, this statement will give you plus points with the gamers. Awesome. But you are hiding a slight thing there. Just a small thing in this statement. Space Marine 2 was 90% developed in St. Petersburg, in Russia. Now, St. Petersburg is definitely one of the bigger cities there. It's, I think, the second biggest city after Moscow, right? But when you're looking at how much you are paying people in Russia, in St. Petersburg, in comparison to, let's say, somebody working in California, like, so to sit here and tell people, yeah, we don't need 5 million copies being sold, it's like, yeah, because your costs have probably been a little bit smaller. Like, don't get me wrong, a lot of the cost the gaming industry is putting on themselves is self-afflicted. Like, that's a reality. But still, it's a small difference. If I have basically most of my studio and my main studio sitting in Russia, and I don't have to pay the developers the same money I would have to pay people sitting in somewhere in the US or even in Western Europe, right? Like, let's not forget that. What? Oh yeah, this is a big one. Huh. Man, this is interesting. So, whoa, that's 6 minutes long? It's crazy. That's crazy. Let's watch this. How long is it before they are showing? I hate this. Too many people talking. We can just let this run in the background, I assume. There we go. So, if you have missed it, big things happening. Well, have been happening for a while in the Halo world. And what you're seeing here in the background is one of the bigger changes. When Halo Infinite came out, one of the the big selling points was we have our own engine now. It's the Slipstream engine. Wah! Yeah. So Slipstream is out. They made one game. They made a new engine and sold one game with it. Like, oh my god, how bad must that have been? And you can already see it here. They swapped over to UE5, right? And they are now like working with UE5. And there's more to it. So UE5, like, first of all, we are living in a world where contractors are more and more taking over when it comes to working at studios. Like, the turnover in studios is shit. It's too high. And like we had this discussion before, right? Turnover, like, this is, by the way, why Metaphor has been one of the highest rated games this year, and it's being lauded by testers that, oh my god, we have another Game of the Year contender. And that has to do with Atlas not firing and hiring their developers like that, right? And but so the problem is that we are living in the world, especially in like Western studios, where hire and fire is a thing, and it's doing damage. Now, with that said, Think about that for a second. You have a studio and you have your own proprietary engine. And the people who are working at the engine, who are working with the engine, are leaving every year, every 2 years. Like, what are you doing with that? That's a bad idea. It's bad for game design. It's already bad for gaming, but it is really bad for an engine. Like, you want your people to know the engine. So, wait. They are changing the engine to Unreal Engine, but they also changed their name. As you can see here, this barely readable Halo Studios is now the new thing. And why the hell is my YouTube in freaking German? What? My YouTube is never in. Oh, I get it. That's dumb. That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Funny. I know why. It's. Wow. Okay. Doesn't matter. I didn't know that. It's because I was watching it from the Xbox Wire website and you don't log into your account, so you don't take over your options, so they only see your IP, and my IP is in Germany. So they're like, oh, you want to watch this with German interface? No, no, I do not. I certainly do not. Thank you. Huh, funny. But back to the topic. They're called Halo Studios now and not 343 Industries. They are planning apparently a new Halo, a main series Halo, and a lot of other Halos. I mean, it makes sense. We got one Halo in years. One Halo. And it was to be this generational game, right? It is the new Xbox generation game. And it wasn't a Concord, that's for sure. It wasn't a Concord, but it wasn't doing well. Like Blizzard, lol. Xbox, well, same thing. Funny enough, um, was not happy. I mean, this is why they also fired so many people. They completely swapped out the leadership at the Halo studio, and I think that was a good idea. I think the problem with Halo Infinite was again open world. It's so bizarre that Doom came out in what? 2015, 2016, something like that. And revitalized the good old small levels with a little bit of choice here and there, but still very small levels. Shoot the crap out of demons. And people were just like, yeah, of course. Why didn't we thought about that? Right? Like people were just like, oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Do it. And Halo, like The Halo developers looked at this and said, all right, so first we need our own engine like Doom, and then we need open world instead. As like, look, you could have done open world right. I think they could have done open world right. But what they should have done is they should have really give you, well, it should have been another Halo, I think. It shouldn't have been the main Master Chief Halo. It should have been a new Halo with fighting and like really just call it Halo Another Ring or whatever, right? Like just something stupid. Just something stupid. And then they could have done the whole Halo thing there, right? With like open world fighting, taking bases, doing like the open world stuff. And I think a lot of people would have probably enjoyed that. But not with John Halo at its helm, but another character. They didn't. Weird. Uh, I love when websites, I have done it. I have done it in the past, but it's still hilarious to me. I love when websites are preparing articles and then that is not true. So I just see an article here from Massively, and they're like, it's go time for Diablo 4. As Blizzard has officially launched Vessel of Hatred as of 7 p.m. EDT tonight, just as this post is going live, in fact. And it's like, no, no, it did not. It didn't go live. In fact, we are waiting here, and I don't know. I do some pantomime or something in the meantime because yeah, just waiting. As I said, I will give it another half an hour. If it doesn't go live at 2 a.m., I'm out. I will just go to bed. It's not worth it. Hey, so far every game I wanted to check out on release didn't work. Oh yeah, one last thing. Here's another news. Man, Sony, you started out so well on the PC, and now you are just becoming more and more hated by the PC gamers. But hey, greed gets punished. So, love you, I guess. Sony has delisted the original Horizon Zero Dawn on PC and PlayStation, and you can still go to the Complete Edition Steam page, but you cannot purchase it. And it will actually send you to the remaster bundle because they want you to buy the remaster coming out for $40. That is, of course, and also very important. For the remaster, you need um, you need a PlayStation account. You need a PlayStation account. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. There we go. As you can see, you cannot buy it anymore. It's gone. But you can go to the remaster if I want to pay another $10 for this. It's like, look, man, I don't know. Like, just why are you so shitty now? I mean, it started with the login, but you need the PSN account, and it's like unnecessary. But hey, they need our data. No, wait, they don't need our data. How did they say the PSN account is a contract between you and other players and PlayStation and makes sure that everyone is playing fair and is playing on the same level. Some people would also call it corporate bullshit. It's like, dude, yeah, right. And for 2 or 3 years since we have been releasing PlayStation games on the PC, they were all like lawless games. What? They actually tried this. They actually tried this with, especially with Helldivers 2, where they were like, oh yeah, man, without it, phew, Helldivers 2, lawless game. Like everyone is just killing themselves left and right, cheaters running rampant, like basically murderers are joining your game and try to find out where you live. And it's like, can you what? What? Yeah, nothing has happened yet. Nothing has happened yet. I don't really think that anything will happen, to be honest. Man, the reviews for Metaphor, they're good. They're really good. Sucks. I will not be able to play it. I have too many other things going on right now. I don't have a like. That's the problem with Atlas games. Like people are like, "Oh, would you do a playthrough of it, Mo?" No, no, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't even know if I could finish the game on my own volition. Because the game is over 100 hours long. It's 120 hours or something. Like, no, no, I would not. So, yeah. Yep. Let me see. Anything else? Nothing really. I think we have been covering. Apparently, Monolith Soft is working on a new engine. I don't even know who the hell Monolith Software is. Monolith Soft seems to be a Japanese company. What did Monolith Soft do? It's made by Tetsuya Takahashi and uh, Mishihiko Inaba. What did they do? Wow. Okay, they have been around since 1999. Oh, Xenoblade. That makes sense. Why I've never heard of them. Because I've never played that game. I've seen some. I've seen some Xenoblade, but yeah, it's all Xenoblade. And they provided development support for Tears of the Kingdom. Wow, actually quite big. Interesting. Yeah, damn, lots of Xenoblade. Oh, damn. Lots of Xenoblade. Okay. Fascinating. Huh. Mm, anything else? Lots of metaphor. Kind of interesting. There are also no reviews whatsoever to Vessel of Hatred. Like, apparently, no outlet was able to play it before the release. I mean, I think it's hard to do because if they would have wanted that, they needed a specific version for the people. And I mean, that would have been okay. But I mean, it's more Diablo. It's more Diablo in the end. So, what are you going to tell people? Like, eh. Yeah, again, I give it another half an hour till 2 a.m. in the morning, and then I'm out. But there is no new update. They apparently they're starting to disconnect the people and preparing for the launch, and we will see. We will see. Keep in mind that tomorrow at 8 a.m. EST, which is 2 p.m. CET, we will check out the Infinity Nikki beta. I will also release a video before that because I have been able to play the game last week. I've put in about 20 hours in a very short amount of time. And yeah, I will post a video to give you my thoughts on it before the stream. And then we are starting a new adventure. No, we are starting from the beginning, by the way, because the beta is its own thing. Yeah. So I have that already ready. I'm looking forward to it. It's a very cozy game. If and this is not a spoiler really. This is not me giving you my opinion on the game. It's more like a you have seen the trailers. Like this is what you can convey from the trailers. It's a cozy game. So yeah. Do, do, do. We are waiting. Let me see, is there an update? There's none. Okay. That was to be expected. I mean, they really just have to flip the switch. They really just have to flip the switch. The patch is already pre-downloaded. So, you know, anything else? God, we covered so much. I mean, we have been talking for an hour, and there's nothing really to do. Um, oh yeah, I've been playing over the weekend some more Throne and Liberty, and I will be honest, I'm not sure if I will continue to play. There's too much stuff which bothers me. And I don't feel it, which sucks. Really does. Uh, anything else we can do? Anything we can play in the meantime? Not really. Play some Ara, but there's nothing really interesting happening in Ara. So, eh, eh. Yeah, there is. Oh, wait. Oh, oh. Wait, Steam players. I'm. What's with Blizzard play? What? Are they rolling out the patch platform by platform? Blizzard what? Huh. Weird. That's really weird. Huh. Hmm. You know what? We're playing some Metaphor in the meantime. So when is the release exactly? At some point between now and later. Hello, Chaos. Good morning to you. We'll play some Metaphor in the meantime. Well, not the game, the demo. I'm not important enough to get a key for that. Oh yeah, Blizzard is doing what they do best. Uh-huh. Yep. Apparently the patch is available on Steam now. Kind of weird that the patch is available on Steam. But not on Battle.net. Like, weird. Yeah, it seems like they, if I read this correctly, oh, we saw this already. They have like the apparently they didn't prepare like all the platforms so that they can start at the same time. And it's like, huh? Ugh. I don't know, man. Okay. What shall the protagonist be? Mole. No, not F. There we go. Yes. Yeah, yeah. We are playing on normal. And this is where we will not skip anymore. And yes, you can have the voice acting being on English, but I will be honest. If I would play this game, I would play it in my off time. Because it's over. It's 120 hours. It's 120 hours long. With 60 hours of cutscenes. I couldn't stream that anymore. Hardest difficulty speedrun, no death. Oh, I mean, sure. I was promised Diablo. What is this? Well, service is still down. This is metaphor. This is my first time playing. And we are waiting for Diablo service to go on, and the moment they go on, I would jump out of this immediately. But I need something to do something, or I'm falling asleep. That's racist. Yes. Well, there's the full... It's not... Well, it's the prologue demo, but... You're taking your stuff from the prologue with you, and this is what you would see in the normal game. Oh, he dead. Yeah, he dead. Ooh. It's just a flesh wound. It's just a flesh wound. He's fine. It's just bleeding from his back. And that's another flesh wound. Damn, girl. And here we go. Down the cliff. Man, just when it gets interesting from the fight perspective here, there, like, it's done. It buff out? Yes. And yes, I have the Blizzard thing basically open. I see whenever they're posting something. So before anybody is like, what if you were missing the announcement? I don't. I do not. I have the thing open. I see the thing. Let me check for updates anyways. Nothing there. Leg Central? No, I minimized. To check if there is an update. What mission? Yeah, there's nothing lagging here. Smooth 60. If I wouldn't have tapped. But that's a me. Tadir Desert. Okay. Okay. So... Okay. That's rolling. Let's see me rolling. What was the thing for scanning? Menus. Holy moly, look at those menus, man. Ah, that's smart. Right? Sandworm. So watch out. I don't think they noticed us yet through. Okay. So we shouldn't fight? Okay. If you have never seen an enemy confronted with a show up as unknown, prepare as best as you can. So... They basically want us to not fight them? I assume? Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh yeah, that doesn't... That doesn't look good. Run! For science? I don't think my character is ready for science yet. I'm actually surprised that I have a weapon. Man, this is... It's... On one hand, it's... It looks kind of low quality. Refresh memory. But it also looks kind of pretty. It's kind of weird. Like, Atlas always has, like, an interesting art style. Okay. So we have to just go to the guard and talk to them and give them information? Interesting. Yeah, we'll switch, by the way, just for... Oh. Ah! The music is playing directly in my mind. Right. What the hell? That's some amazing music. God, I love Atlas music, man. I have the Persona soundtrack on my Spotify for good reason, man. I will switch to English just for... I want to see the voice acting. I've never heard the voice acting in... Switch it to English and see how it goes. I love that you can do it on the fly. Oh, by the way, if you ever play this on PC, I don't know really how this works, but make sure that your render scale is not going over 125. Apparently the game is starting you at 200%, and it does something really, really weird. Yeah, those options are shitty. Here's your, by the way, I'm playing it on 4040p, of course. But yeah, this is doing something with rendering your 4040p at a higher resolution, I assume? I don't really know what it does. But beware. I see a lot of people who start with like 200% render resolution and rendering scale, and they have literally, their PCs explode.
Everything's pretty standard. Strong ones ahead. You gotta be careful.
Okay, wait, is that Morgana's voice?
That should come in handy. Pocket it.
Let's see what happens.
Strong ones ahead. Gotta be careful.
Oh, that doesn't... Oh, that...
Watch it.
Run! Yeah, tactical retreat! Tactical retreat! Oh. Yeah, we are dead. Oh.
This land of 8 tribes and 3 nations, all blessed by the power of magic.
The cutscene saved us.
Of Uchronia. The year is 785. Uchronia is shaken to the core by the sudden death of its king. Anxiety breeds dissent among the tribes. Disparities tear them apart, and no mortal mind remembers the heroic tales upon which their land was built.
After this cutscene, I will check on Diablo.
By story of fantasy. May this faded world be painted anew.
I mean, it's not bad. A lot of those Asian RPGs, O Great Seeker, bearer of fantasy empowered. Hear my wish and come forth from thy epoch of glory to grant me thy... I don't know. Grant me thy... enormous
Whoa,
tree.
just look.
Stump. Damn. You know what's sad? When anime in a video game looks better than anime looks nowadays.
Hang him dead! Please! I've done nothing wrong! Lying dog! Don't try to deny it! You trample the law for the fun of it!
We got some hanging.
For misuse of an igniter, you will hang by the neck until dead.
Yikes.
Yeah!
I mean,
I
yeah!
was going to listen to anything a Paribus said.
Such a shame. Might you spare some coin?
Oh, don't, yeah.
Bless you. Oh,
Careful!
hurry!
This reminds me of the South Park episode. Do you have some change?
Any street smarts?
Do you have some change?
Look, we're not tourists here. We gotta stay focused.
Right.
Right.
You know
He
the
gets
stuff
me.
on the wagon? You might be the only elder here, in the whole city even.
She's completely window shopping, right? Yeah, this it's apparently a pretty adult
Just look at all the different tribes.
thing.
You never see this kind of diversity out in the countryside.
There's apparently also nudity in this, so beware.
Not that it's very balanced.
I know, not that
I see more
most of my viewers
families in
care,
this
but
sense than anyone else.
parental advisory is advised, you know. You know.
Which means a dopey elder kid's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Try to keep your head down, okay?
I am 100% sure this is Morgana's voice actress. But I'm okay with that, because Morgana is a bitch. And that we have now a fairy bitch in this game totally lines up. The voice acting and the English is actually not bad. Let me see what Blizzard is doing. Blizzard. No new infos. You are running out of time, Blizzard. Yep, no new infos. No new update. Yeah, I mean, the voice acting in Persona has been really good on English as well. Atlus is actually having non-anime voice actors doing the voice acting, and that is doing so well for their games. You can actually listen to them.
Hey, did you hear what they're saying about His Majesty?
Like, I will say something. English / mostly American anime voice acting is so cringe. It is so cringe. It's unwatchable. Like, it's bad.
They say it wasn't illness at all. I heard it was foul play, assassination.
Shh, careful who hears you say that.
But it's just like the prince, isn't it? They say he was attacked in the dead of night. A war of succession is coming, I tell you.
Oh, so the prince is also... Wow, that's harsh. So yeah, the king got murdered by one of his advisors. We saw it happening in the intro scene, which I skipped because I showed that before and all that. Which, by the way, the advisor then is coming in and is like, who could have done this? Oh no! Surprise Pikachu face? Well, the blood was still dripping from the dude. And so it seems like the prince also got killed? We didn't know about the prince.
Sounds like monsters have been prowling the countryside. They're sending the guard out to deal with them.
Yeah, I noticed that. Wait, are you vaping?
The army's really gone to hell.
Oh my
It's a far
god.
cry from when we had Count Luis at the helm, I'll tell you that much.
Shit, even my fantasy games are not safe from the vapors, man.
Hard to see how the nation can come back from this. We'd not have to ask if the prince was still alive.
Hmm. What?
The king dead, his son stricken.
Oh, that's the
Are there
prince?
none left to bear the weight of the crown?
We've done all in our power, but not even the kingdom's best.
Imposing
Fate
elderly
could
woman.
purify this affliction.
Damn.
Over 10 years he has languished under this curse. How much longer can his body hold out?
10 years?
No doubt His Highness would protest. But since he cannot, we have no choice. For the man who cursed His Highness and murdered our king, there can be no mercy.
Oh.
I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to.
Wow, so we are the last solution, or we are the shittiest solution.
Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there?
Oh.
This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
Yeah, the English voice acting is actually good. Huh. I didn't thought I will enjoy that.
Hey, are you listening? Well,
Oh, just a flashback.
I guess I can't blame you for feeling nostalgic. You and the prince were pretty close.
Oh boy.
Anyway, getting to the capital was only the beginning. Now comes the real high stakes part.
Are we like the
Gotta get
other
enlisted
prince?
So you can meet up with our operative. Remember, nobody here knows who we are. Nobody here knows the prince might still have a claim to the throne. That
Oh.
means if we get busted, that's it. Nobody's gonna save us.
Yeah, definitely Morgana's voice actress.
Step 1. Let's figure out where the recruitment center is.
For everyone who's like, who is Morgana? Morgana is the cat from Persona 5.
So?
Open up the map. Okay.
Whatever will I do?
Whoa. Oh, we can just save. Awesome.
All right then.
That's the map. I love the menus, man. I actually saw an interview where they talked to the what is that thing? The UI artist, and they were like, "So, your stuff is amazing. Was it like hard to do?" And the UI artists were just like, "Nah, it wasn't hard to do. It was actually a colossal pain in the ass." I'm like, yeah, okay.
An elder? Here?
It's a bit busy. Maybe
Look at that. The new model's out now.
bottle. What?
I could be out there slinging spells like a master if I had one of those.
Oh, those are like spell amplifiers. What the hell is that?
I guess that's the big city for you. Everyone and their mother has a magic igniter. So many different types, too.
So, for people who don't know this, In the medieval ages, they called the magic igniter also a vibrator, and yeah, you look different times, different names, and you know how it goes. What's a magic igniter? Oh boy, you're too young for this.
What's a magic igniter?
See, there's a couple in the window. Like an instrument plays a tune, an igniter casts magic. Pretty hard to come by out in the countryside. Can't imagine what it's like having to wave around some shiny stick to use magic.
Giggity.
Me? I can whip out magic anytime I like. And I can even see the magla in the air. Though, I'm not exactly an archmage.
Can other people actually see the Fae? I wonder about that.
Wonders never cease. A fairy and an
They
elder
can.
child. Are you new to our fair city?
Also, damn. First of all, she is trousers only, I think. She is 60% trousers, 70% legs, and has drip. Definitely the drip. Yeah. Not so sure about that, but then again, different countries, different cultures, you know how it is.
I suggest you keep a low profile. Trust me when I say you don't want to catch the eyes of the lords and ladies.
Oh.
But I'm getting ahead of myself. I run this humble
Ah.
shop. Are you in the market for an igniter?
What are you selling?
Here's something that might catch a foreigner's eye. This is modeled after the royal scepter and would make the perfect souvenir.
What? The royal scepter?
The royal scepter?
You've really never heard of it. Wow. Where do I even start?
When did you two meet?
A symbol and instrument of the crown's sovereignty. Passed down through generations.
Looks
If
shit.
you believe the legends, it houses incredible
Looks
magic,
unwieldy.
world-shattering power.
Yeah, that's what she said about the magic igniter. Sorry.
More practically, you
It's
might
small
call
after
it the
that.
world's
Don't
most
judge me.
Potent magic igniter. And in the king's hands, it was enough of a deterrent to stave off invasion.
Oh. Wow. So it's like a handy nuke?
Now he's dead. With no living heir either.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Tragic, isn't it? Kingly magic is of little use without a king.
Fair point.
You picked a bad time to visit, boy. I
Boy.
don't know why you're here, but there's trouble brewing.
I'll keep that in mind.
I really like the English voice acting.
A word of caution then. Your survival is your own responsibility.
Thanks.
Well, that was unnecessarily ominous.
Yeah, what?
She has a point, though. We'll need to be careful.
I really like the English voice acting. I'm surprised. Like, I saw this part, by the way, in Japanese. And I actually dig
Anyway,
the English voice
we don't
acting.
have time to hang around chatting with the locals. We've got a recruitment office to find.
I tried Yakuza recently in English. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't. I just can't, man. It's not possible. It's not possible. Oh? Oh? Ah. checking for updates and was checking longer, and I was like, and nothing happened. Okay, yeah, like no, like it's like, I mean, like a dragon might be okay because you have new voice actors, but with Infinite Wealth, Curious back, and especially the new one which is coming out with why am I blanking? Oh my god. It's too late. It's 2 a.m. here. Oh my god, I nearly have it. Majima. Damn it. Wow. Phew. Like, especially Majima in Japanese is just... yeah. I can't.
Let's head there.
Give it a full price, eh? Who else can it be?
Yeah. I would definitely play the new Yakuza game, the pirate game, with Japanese voice acting.
All right.
Okay, girl. You were saying, like, man, you hoped, aw, cute, that we, like, are not drawing attention. Have you seen our ears? Like, we are not hiding our ears, and we don't have horns or anything, so... God, what happened?
That must be the recruitment center. I'll let you take it from here. It should be pretty straightforward.
He is not letting us in, does he?
Oh, and if they start asking questions, just be as honest as you can. Lying will only make us more suspicious. So long as you don't compromise the mission, you're fine.
Yeah.
Good luck in there. Knock 'em dead.
So it seems like humans are the, like,
Okay.
lowest on the ladder in hierarchy here in this world. Or Elder, as they call them.
A blue blood, are you? The army's no place for velvet-swaddled lordlings. Why are you here? Perhaps your noble family collapsed under its own weight.
Wow.
Is that it?
What a prick, man.
Lineage seems a strange measure for a soldier's worth.
Oh no.
I'm looking to enlist. Is that enough for you or not?
Oh, thank God. For a second. I thought I was listening to Matt Mercer. Also, I haven't seen this type of noses since the Vision of Ascaflone. Like, holy shit.
An uppity one, aren't you? Fine, lordling. Welcome to the Guard, where it'll be your privilege to die screaming and bloody in service of your country.
Man.
Mark my words, war will turn your arrogance to piss. When your corpse is plucked from the mud, do try to look patriotic.
Hey. Ever opened up a portal to Warhammer 40k universe here? Welcome to the Guardsmen. You would die in 30 seconds?
Rousing words, Captain. You think threats will buy loyalty? No wonder nobody respects the Guard anymore. But I'm here now, so perhaps the kingdom isn't a lost cause.
Why do I get what's his name? Names are all like escaping me right now at this time. Vampire. Baldur's Gate 3. Am I stupid? He sounds like Neil Newborn, which is the voice actor. I wonder if it is.
Insolent pup! You will learn your place.
Don't. The healers have enough on their plates already.
Nah.
Be gone, and be thankful you're still in one piece. All right, next. Hurry it up.
I wonder if... Can I check that? I also check on Diablo in the meantime. Metaphor... No, that's not how you write metaphor. Re Fantasio IMDb. I wonder if it's already online. Let's see. Oh. Well, that sucks. Of course. lots of English voice actors. Japanese one. No, it doesn't seem like it. At least not not announced. Huh. And we don't know the name of the character yet, so... Yeah. Okay. Anything in Diablo? No. Ah, Blizzard. Ah, Blizzard. What am I gonna do with you?
An elder? I thought your kind was long gone. Age 18. An orphan, too. The army can always use more of those.
Ah. Oh. The implications of that. Oh boy.
So, what brings you to enlist?
I want to fight for real change.
Lofty words for a gutter rat with an empty coin purse, no?
Nah.
So
Wrong answer.
What can you bring to our beloved corps? Any skills to speak of?
Oh. Oh boy. This is stats. Oh boy, we are doing stats here, if you haven't noticed. Oh boy, yeah. Oh, okay. And she told me I shouldn't lie. I've always been lucky. I mean, that's true.
I've always been pretty lucky.
That's true. I mean, that's Mole. When I take it to John, not you.
Skills, boy.
Boy.
Right, last order of business. Make your mark or sign your name if you're actually literate.
Wow. Okay, dude. Let's do a luck build. That's interesting. So we have a name for the story protagonist, but we also choose the name for the dude at the beginning. Huh. Interesting. That is a very interesting thing. I wonder what that means.
You know your letters, do you? We'll get some use out of you yet.
Fun fact, it has been still pretty much disputed that a lot of people were illiterate in the medieval ages.
Alright, lad. Welcome to the Guard.
But back in the day, basically illiterate means that you couldn't read or write Latin, which was the language of the scholars at the time. But when it came to regional aspects of a language, apparently a lot of people were far more literate, as expected.
Yes.
What was that?
I'm sure you heard about the monster sighting, so stay sharp out there. We're short-handed as it is, so be a good lad and try not to get killed on your first deployment.
As if you would care.
You can pick up your kit at reception. Standard issue guardsman armor and igniter. Kingdom property. So if you break it, it's coming out of your commission.
Oh, good.
On your way now. Up to. Next.
Next. Guardsman. 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 Oh, this dude. Let's talk to him.
Whoa.
You're really noble. Just a countryside son of a lord. My family is of no real consequences. Okay, cool. You know what? Oh my god, really? Okay.
Whatever.
Apparently we are doing the fun times. Are we sure this game wasn't developed by Germans?
What's the world coming to?
You know, standing in line, drawing a number. I heard that's their shtick. Apparently Japanese too. I'm really doing this. Hey! Oh my god, we are doing this. Can we... Oh my god, join the queue. There is actually... I kid you not, there is a mission in Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader where you will literally have to go through the Administratum. And you have to wait in multiple lines for multiple days. And you have to sign paper and all that for a quest. That mission is hilarious. It is, but it's also like... Keep in mind I'm played this game with friends. And... we were completely assholes in that regard. The main character, which was played by a buddy of mine, he was trying to be the usual... I try to help people, I try to be nice to people, I try to see if I can get something good out of it, and all that. My other buddy was a complete Imperium lover. Like, everything for the Imperium, everything for the Emperor, and, like, just complete Imperium here, Imperium there, and you have to follow Imperium orders. And I was the dude at the sidelines and was like... etching some chaos runes already in the stone masonry and be like, oh, let's hope the Inquisition doesn't notice. So we had our complete different views and options. And my buddy was just like, oh my god, can you make up your mind when we are making decisions here? And we were always like, I'm for kill them all. My other buddy, yeah, was standing in line. And he's always like, oh my god, man. It was glorious.
Those huge monsters. You think that's why we're low on soldiers? Wish they'd have told us that.
No, you are on those soldiers because everyone is on summer vacation.
What do they call them? It's something like
Next. Another Clamar. Wait. No. You don't look like the others.
Nope.
Surely not. An elder? It's the first of your kind I've seen.
Cool.
Move it. There's a priority around here.
Yeah, my priority is the number I draw. Back off.
We're arming squires and children with igniters now. Waste of good gear. It's better off in my hands. Give it here.
Brute force and crude insults. The world is yours for the taking.
Care to say that again, boy?
Boy.
We all have our reasons to enlist. Now get back in line.
Oh, another high and mighty Clamar, is it? You think your pretty words will measure up to pure Roussant strength?
Oh, forget the tribes. This is a matter of pride. Now, you owe us both an apology.
Come on, no fighting in the ranks.
Coming from this dude. Funny.
Sorry for making a scene. You all right?
I had it handled.
I had it handled. You didn't need to butt in.
I saw injustice, and so I spoke up. I don't think that's unreasonable. Well, see you around. Try not to die out there.
Don't make my job any harder, please. Here, your igniter.
I mean, you could have just given me that sooner and all that, but sure.
These days, most come with their own magna crystals. So with practice, anyone can use magic. To an extent, anyway.
Oh, interesting.
It's not the sort of thing you can master in a day. For now, newbies like you best focus on surviving.
The thing around his neck is apparently a magic igniter. Oh, that thing. Wow, that's wow. Wow. That's some low shit. The captain I spoke with earlier had one too. They must take many different forms.
And take this too. Protect it with your life.
A map. Okay.
Wow, that's a real map.
Oh my god, with drawings and lines and measurements. Wait, is it on real paper? Or cloth, or leather, or papyrus?
It's dangerous to even chart the wilds, but this is full of details. Only the military could pull this together.
And this is why they're giving it to me.
Listen up, striplings. My name is Captain Klinger, and as of this moment, you miserable lot are under my command.
Hey, Ishibana. Nani? So we need like some names for some evil dudes and assholes. Yeah, wait, let me open up my German name book here. Every single freaking time, man.
I'm sure you've all heard about our forces being tied up with the funeral proceedings for His Majesty. But if you think you're on cushy security detail, think again. First, you will be deployed to a fortress at the northern border, where you will be trained into true guards.
It's like, it's such a Japanese thing. Oh yeah, it gets even weirder when you watch some actual like fantasy movies. And they're like pulling their staff out. And they're like preparing the fireball in a Japanese anime fashion. They're screaming the name of the spell. And it's like, Sauerkraut! Okay. Okay. Yeah, sure. Like, seriously. I don't mean that as a joke. When they are, like, using German words for spells, which sometimes don't even make any sense, but it sounds cool, and so it is there.
Our veterans there will teach you the one thing you need to master if you're to survive. Pain.
Oh, great.
Perfect. That's exactly where our contacts hold up.
And pain?
Enjoy tonight's sleep, because it's the last full night's rest you'll get. Dismissed!
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's, oh my god, Attack on Titan, I think it's the
Look at
worst.
all the other recruits. They really are desperate
Like,
for new blood.
I think they're using German words, names, and everything, last names, in like areas of names. I mean, the whole freaking intro sound, like the whole like intro music pieces are all like basically sung in German. Like even the music, which is coming up in the fighting scenes and all that, they all be sung in German. Bad German. Like even as a German, you sometimes sit there and go, "What did she just say? What? Can you repeat that?" It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
I know you don't know what our contact looks like yet, but he'll know you by your sword.
And the crazy part is, especially with Attack on Titan, as how long the show became, they definitely re-recorded certain songs the further they did go into the show and put some new music behind that. How do you know that? Because you know that the singer who was singing like a lot of the tracks, her German became better over the years, and it was better to understand actually what she is singing because she has been doing this for years in live performances and all that. And it's like,
He'll also know right away why we've come. And don't worry, I'll recognize him.
like, who is the creator? Oh yeah, Mika Kobayashi, aka NZK. He loves German lyrics. He loves German lyrics in all of the shows he is working at.
Well, the charming captain is probably right. We should get some rest before tomorrow.
It's a weird fascination. It definitely is. It definitely is.
Hey, you awake?
Nope.
Nope, I'm asleep. Good night.
Haha, very funny. Look, I just have a lot on my mind. Can't seem to fall asleep.
Oh boy. I didn't know we were married. But do tell, what's the problem?
I'd heard about what it was like in the capital, but still.
Sorry.
When you hear and see all this prejudice out in the open, it's a lot. You okay?
Huh.
It never gets easier.
That's okay.
Yeah, I could tell. Try to put it behind you, okay?
Oh my god, I have to talk to you. I have to talk to you. What is it? Oh my god, the prejudice, the racism against you. It's just horrible. Are you okay? I guess. Yeah, try to put it behind you, okay? What?
Some people are even saying it's the lesser tribe's fault that the monsters are showing up at all.
Racism.
These are the same kind of people who burned down your village, remember?
Oh.
I'd rather not think about it.
Oh.
You're right. Sorry. I'll drop it. The prince was kind to take you in. He cared more about who you were than what you were. I can see why you'd want to repay him.
Huh.
Speaking of, he's the one who gave you that book, right? Can I see it?
Sure, I guess.
Right?
I gotta say, I've been curious.
It's not a diary, I hope.
Thanks.
This is getting juicy. Oh, we're back here.
It's what you call a fantasy story, right? So it's a fantasy world made up by the author. The prince loved those kinds of stories. Okay, let's see. It says the young traveler was amazed by the world he saw.
Oh boy.
In this world, there is only one tribe. All people accept each other, and no soul is born into discrimination.
That's why it is a fantasy book. Gotcha.
Wow. So not even any fairies? I guess less differences means less to argue over. In such a world, there is no need for sorcery. A megapolis is built through learning and labor. Towers of glass that reach the heavens. Safe nights with no dark shadows. Busy streets well traveled.
Yet again, fantasy book.
And in the laws of these emotionally satisfied people, it reads, all lives are equal.
Phew. Oh boy. I see this game is treading some interesting paths here with making,
Whoa. I see. No magic, no tribal conflict, and equality for all? It really does sound like a fantasy. But it's strange to feel envious of a fictional world. Hey, are you asleep already? You know how hard it is for me to turn these pages on my own? Well, guess I'll just read more later. Good night.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. Ah, yes, yes. Huh. Yeah, this is actually fun. Shit. I thought I would not enjoy this. Damn it. I did. I actually enjoy it. Yeah, story-wise, I have to see the gameplay, of course. And also, apparently the demo is like 5 hours long? 6 hours long? About that? It's like, it's a chunk. It's a chunk. Yeah. It's, and again, this is the beginning of the game, and you can take all your save stuff with you. So when you get the full game, you are just continuing where you were in the demo, which is also really nice. This is why I play the demo. Because I'm like, I could take this with me, you know? Yeah, we will see about that. Sure. But still, 5 to 6 hours. I mean, when you have a 120-hour long game, it's like, what are 5 hours in the grand scheme of things? Right? What are 5 hours? But what is an update here? Yeah, there's nothing. They said they give us an update. That was an hour ago to tell us more about what the hell is going on. But I should have known. Look, like here's the thing. Here's the thing. I was aware of it. Like I didn't even want to play Vessel of Hatred. I wasn't even sure if I even will like buy Vessel of Hatred. Like I was planning to buy it down the road, and then because I didn't had any I didn't had any content planned for it. There are other games I want to plan content for. Uh and so I didn't plan anything. But I woke up and my day did go not great. Like this day was just so it was just like, you know what? Let's do the old trick and buy something for myself. And that was Vessel of Hatred. And you know, just play that in the meantime. Yeah. So that didn't work out. I mean, again, I expected that nothing will happen. Look, I have been with Blizzard since Diablo 1. I have seen all their releases. Nothing new here under the sun. Like, this is why I normally just don't give a shit about Blizzard releases on the first day and come back next day, and then everything will be good. But I thought, man, you know, I wanted to stream. Like, I had a stream planned today, which, by the way, I can tell you this story. The rest I'm not allowed to tell you, but I can tell you this story. I wanted to stream Infinity Nikki today. I've already downloaded the game and all that, and I was thinking that the beta starts at 7 p.m. Central European time. It's not. It's 7 p.m. Pacific time. And so I would have started the stream. The PR person would have probably messaged me panicking and be like, why the fluff do you start a stream right now? And what are you using to stream? And then I would have been very confused. And then I would have probably been even more confused that there are no servers. And yeah, just yeah. So I would have sit here with a lot of people and be like, and there's nothing. Cool. But here's the thing, folks. I will be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central European time. We are checking out Infinity Nikki after Mole in the morning and some gaming news. And then maybe in the evening I do a Vessel of Hatred stream. I don't know yet. Because I will not have time to play. Like when I wake up tomorrow morning, when I'm now going offline, I have to prepare some stuff. Videos have to be prepared. And then I do the Infinity Nikki stream. Yeah, I will not have any time to play Vessel of Hatred, so I will probably do it in the evening. Yeah, might do a second stream with that. But we have Infinity Nikki at 2 p.m. Central European time tomorrow. Also Sparking Zero just released. That's another me game. I'm not planning to stream that. I would just sit here and enjoy that game. Sparking Zero is like trending with 130 people talking about it. Interesting. There's so many memes. There's so many memes. I love it. I'm really curious about that one. Really curious about that one. Vessel of Hatred. I think somebody said it pretty well when they said, you know, Vessel of Hatred is actually a pretty good description on how of the community right now, who is waiting for the expansion. Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, I will go to bed. It's nearly 3 a.m. here. And then I will do all that tomorrow. There will be tons of videos, like as I said, Infinity Nikki. There will also be a video before the stream with my thoughts on the game. And then Infinity Nikki, and then maybe some Vessel of Hatred in the evening, maybe some Sparkling Zero at some point. And there's also more Ara History Untold coming, actually quite a bit. I think that will be like my Ara video is going live on Wednesday, and I'm pretty sure it will be the biggest video I have ever done on a game. I had to, by the way, I had to split it up in 2 parts. I had to split up the video in 2 parts because the video was over an hour long. It was over an hour long, and I was like, let's split that. 30 minutes each is already, it's already a thing. But yeah. But it will be worth it, I think. It should be fun. But yeah, that's happening on Wednesday and Thursday. And then maybe something else over the weekend. I have another thing. That's for Ara. Again, Infinity Nikki. Maybe some Vessel of Hatred here and there. We will see. Alright, folks. Bedtime for me. Thank you so much for watching. Pretty sure. And by the way, if I'm sounding a little bit exhausted or anything, it's nearly 3 a.m. here. Please forgive me. I'm not sad or anything. Again, I know Blizzard. I've been known them for decades. This is not anything which phases me. I'm just, it's 3 a.m. in the morning, and my day has been... I will scratch that day from my list of habit. So, yeah. Thank you so much for stopping by. For anyone who watches this tomorrow, I will probably just take it off. I will just take it off because there's no Diablo here, and there are too many asshats on YouTube who are like, why didn't you change the title? Or why didn't you change the thumbnail? Make a new thumbnail so that I know that this is not Diablo. It's like... yeah, okay. Cool. So I would just unlist this video, and if people want to watch it for whatever reason, they can do so if they still have Discord or on their Twitter, and then I would just unlist it, and yeah, whatever. Alright, folks, I'm out of here. Have a good one.